What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Festus Fantasy Football Forum on the Fantasy Jacks podcast. This is round 2 of the 2025 playoffs, week 16 for those counting at home. We got a pretty good show for you, kind of a quick one today. Gonna hopefully do this in, I think, one take and make it pretty easy on the editing. We got some videos for you guys. We got some matchup reviews, some matchup previews. We have a last place finisher announcement, so that's going to be awesome. And then obviously we're going to do our picks in the daily segments or weekly segments, I should say, as we always do. So let's get right into that, guys. Starting off here with the Festus Fantasy Fact of the Week.
All right, fellas, another fun fact of the week. This week we're going over playoff wins, buys, and appearances. So, with the least amount of playoff wins, we have Jay Gill, Mez, AJ, and Austin. Jay Gill has only had one appearance. He got the bye, and then he lost. Mez got in 3 times. No wins, 1 bye. AJ's been in twice now. Hasn't won it. 0 buys. And then we have Austin. 0 buys. 0 wins on 2 appearances. Sorry, fellas. Don't know what to tell you. And then we have one man with 1 win in the playoffs, and that is Colin this week. 4 appearances. 2 buys. 1 win. Oh, wait, no, he didn't win this week. Excuse me, he was on bye. And then we have another 3-way tie for people with 2 wins in the playoffs. Tyler, 3 appearances, 2 buys, 2 wins last year when he won the chip. Brock, 2 appearances, 1 bye, 2 wins. I think he lost the chip when he made it. And then Juddy, no buys. Getting in as a wild card team. 3 appearances, 2 wins. And then we have 2 people with 3 wins in the playoffs. Be myself and Chris. Chris, 2 appearances. 1 bye, 3 wins. It's pretty good. And then me, 2 appearances, 0 buys, 3 wins. And then we have the big dogs. Dom and Jackson. Jackson has the most. But Dom, 2 appearances, 4 wins, no buys. Jackson, 4 appearances, 5 wins, 2 buys. I know. It's crazy. Who would have thunk? But hey, go Steelers, Ty.
Alright, thank you so much, Tony, for that amazing fact of the week. Here is, guys, the matchup reviews of round 1 of the playoffs. We're going to start off here with Jack and Golf. He took down Can't Chubcheck 120.1 to 89.28. A great win for Antonio Marmani, right? And Can't Chubcheck, what a fall from grace that this guy had this year. I wonder how upset he is, if he is at all. I mean, seriously, the absolute powerhouse team this year with absolutely no way of being beaten. And here he is getting embarrassed in the first round of the playoffs. And he kind of got embarrassed the whole last 3 weeks of the season, including this one. A bad finish for Can't Chubcheck. It's kind of the trend for Mez's teams in these past few years. If you guys remember last year, same kind of deal. Had an historic run that he tied Ty's win streak record. He was the most dominant team. He looked unbeatable. And then, sure enough, came playoff time. Gets that bye and then loses second round. This time around, has that dominant midseason run, and then completely cools off. Maybe made some bad trades, and then here he is limping into the playoffs. Still no playoff wins for Mez, which I thought was a really interesting stat. For Tony here, a great win for him. An underrated playoff performer, I would say Tony is. Whenever he's making the playoffs, he's doing well. And I think that trend's going to continue this season, and we'll get into the matchup preview for round 2. But Jack and Golf looks great right now. Really proud of Tony. Just some highlights here. James Cook, what a great trade that was. I mean, you traded Amon-Ra, which he did great this week too, but when you're getting this much production out of the running back room with ETN, James Cook, Devon Achane, who didn't even have a great night, but we all know his capabilities. it's going to be really tough to stop this Jack and Golf team. It just really will be. And let's go now to the next game. There's only 2 playoff games, as we know. This was a big one that I was paying attention to. This one came down to the wire. Washington Redskins, they took down names still loading 114.26 to 106.24. I guess we have an official winner and loser of that trade a few weeks ago. And I'm not going to say I'm glad that AJ lost this game, but I am sort of, from a viewer standpoint, happy because in this game, guys, RJ Harvey goes down. Devontae Adams went down. It's just not looking... Chase Brown got eliminated from the playoffs. I wonder what his availability is. Jalen Waddle's quarterback just got benched. So I don't know how good this team would have done next round anyways. So in that aspect, okay, kind of good that Judson won this game. But it was a close one, and that's really concerning, I think, considering how good this team has been doing. In this round, I mean, it was all Puka Nacua, right? Which is great. Again, great trade. You win the trade. But the super stack here with Dak, with Javonte, with Jake Ferguson, that's clearly not going to work. And it's not going to work long term, especially when you have bad matchups like this upcoming week. So you can't really do anything about it now. I'm still surprised you have guys like Daniel Jones and Bam Knight on your bench. Nevertheless, it's a great win. I believe it's his first ever playoff win, so congratulations to you. AJ, a great season for you. Still searching for that first ever playoff win. Hopefully that comes for you next year, unless it's against me, then I hope it doesn't. So let's now, guys, get into... I actually want to go through the last place finisher for 2025. Here we go. So guys, these are the regular season finishing standings, and for those of you who don't know, and I'll be honest, I didn't really have this correct either. The way we do last place is we're going to do regular season record, which for some reason you can't see on this stupid page, but here, 3-11 for Team DD, and then we do consolation bracket wins. So based on the 3-11 record, and then this consolation bracket of what happened, we have mathematically eliminated anybody else from getting last place because Team DD lost round 1 to Dom's Girth, and then the Guardians won also. The tiebreaker for this is, in the future, I think it's points forward, Ty said, for the regular season, but we might also change it to the consolation bracket finish. I don't know, maybe we'll vote on it, but just going forward, I want to get it out there now, and I also wrote it down just in case. But the last place, how we decided, it's not by just getting last place in the consolation bracket, it's not just getting last place in the regular season win totals. It's a combination of both. Total win count of the season, including the consolation bracket. That is how we determine it. So, wanted to get that out of the way. So, with that being said, again, congratulations to Team DD for an absolutely awful season. Definitely one that he's going to want to forget about. Hopefully one that we all forget about. Truthfully, I mean, this is just an awful team. And it started off awful. We went through it in the Week 15 video. Ice up, son. Ice up. Let's now move into the matchup previews for Week 16, round 2 of the playoffs. We have some videos coming in from the managers themselves. I think it's going to be a great one. Next week, guys, just want to give it a little bit of a preface here while everyone I know is still watching. Next week, we're going to have the championship press conference in the Week 17 form, and then we're also going to be sending out the document to be voted on for the award show. The award show is January 3rd. If I can live stream it, I will. I don't think I'm going to be able to, so I'm going to record it and then upload it as a video after, like I've done in years past. But if I can live stream it, I think that's probably the way to go. Just a couple housekeeping items. All right, let's now get into matchup previews semifinal. All right, here we go. Matchup previews for round 2 of the playoffs. Just here is another look at our playoff bracket. We got two. I think we have the 4 best teams in this round 2, which I think is good. That's good football. That's good entertainment. That's good viewership. I'm super excited for this. I hope everybody else is still kind of paying attention, because although we're not in it, and I'm the biggest advocate for this because I'm not in it either and I'm doing the media stuff, I think it's actually entertaining. It's fun to be chirping in the chat. It's fun to be able to say whatever I want. It's fun to be able to do whatever. So I highly recommend everybody else in the league. If you're not even in the league and you're just watching for fun, or text these managers. Talk some shit. Make it fun. Make it interesting. Keep them updated, because I'm sure they will need that. Alright, Washington Redskins taking on 12-man blitz. I'm super excited about this matchup. I hope everybody is too. I think these are the 2 teams that were kind of underrated when looking at the playoff picture going into Week 15. So This is going to be a great matchup here. We got 7-7 taking on 9-5. We have friend versus friend, now foe versus foe. And it looks like Judson's going to be starting Caleb Williams at quarterback, which is going to be an interesting thing, trust me. Ashton Genty getting the start at running back, as expected. Javonte Williams getting the start at running back, also as expected. When you look at the wide receivers, Zay Flowers and Puka Nacua. But then you go to the tight end. Colby Parkinson, another waiver wire addition here. With the absence of Devontae Adams, it looks like it's going to be a pretty decent start. And then you go now to A.J. Brown and the hero from last week, Kenneth Gainwell, rounding out that starting lineup. Taking a seat this week is Dak Prescott and Jake Ferguson. I like that play. Maybe you could play Jake Ferguson, truthfully, but I think Colby Parkinson a little bit more upside. However, I don't really love the stack with Puka and Colby against the tough Seattle defense. Let's go on over to 12-man blitz. Josh Allen, awesome. Jalen Warren, maybe some concerns here with the snap share to Kenneth Gainwell. That's going to be a game to watch for these managers. It could be the deciding factor. Kyron Williams also on Thursday night with Puka and Colby. That's another huge game. Who's going to get the main amount of points on that Rams offense with Devontae out? Against Seattle's defense, who is tough, it could very well be a 6-3 game. It could be a no-touchdown game. Both defenses are good. Both offenses are great. Jamar Chase against Miami, I don't know. Joe Burrow's being a little diva. I'm sad, I don't know, I'm not having fun. I'm paid $275 million, but I'm not having fun. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, Chris Olave against the Jets. Okay, liking that, right? He's been great. Wide receiver 10 on the season, I do believe. Let me double check that. Wide receiver 8, you can't see it in the screen, but wide receiver 8, which is fantastic. Dallas Goedert, going up against Washington. And then you got Swift and Samuel to round out your flexes here. I think decent matchups considering the injury to Micah Parsons, and then Philadelphia, they're just going to be down, so they're going to throw it. Who do I have winning this game? I'm actually going to take 12-man blitz. I think Colin's got the better matchups. I think Colin has the better team. On paper here, the Redskins have a higher point projection, but I just don't believe in it this week, considering the really tough matchups. And again, 12-man blitz, you know they got a high floor, so I'm going to bank on that, and I'm going to go with Colin to win this one.
So I'm hearing a lot about this Festus Fantasy Semifinals. 4 teams have worked their tails off all season to get to this moment. And I'm hearing all about this evil empire. Some are calling it the Death Star. They have no weaknesses, they say. Well, I know that weakness. That weakness? The Washington freaking Redskins! 5 straight wins to get to this point, the semifinals. Now that's stuff of legends right there. But first, they gotta focus on this team in front of them this week. Mr. Doyle, your team, the 12-man blitz. Now I'm hearing they got guys like last year's MVP Josh Allen. That guy's got a rocket arm. I'm also hearing about Jamar Chase. Now, he's doing something down there in Cincy. Wide receiver 1. But how about this guy? Out on the West Coast, you're hearing his name a lot. How about Puka Nacua? 181 yards, 28 fantasy freaking points. How about that, huh?
Alright everybody, sorry for no face cam for this one. Recording this at a different time, actually on my laptop, not at my home office in the setup, so still trying to get this out for you guys. It's been a crazy couple days, crazy stressful for work and everything, but thanks for being patient with me. I'll hopefully have this out for the Thursday night game, and if not, hopefully for your drives to work on Friday morning. Let's get right into this final matchup breakdown, and then we're going to finish this episode off with Ty's Lock of the Week. It's going to be a special one, don't miss that. Starting off here, Jacking Goff at a 129-point projection to the Evil Empire at a 138.6-point projection. This game is going to be huge, guys, because of the implications with injuries. Let's start this off here looking at Joe Burrow against Miami. I kind of like that, but again, he's kind of emo right now, so I don't really know what that means per se. You know, if he's not having fun earning $275 million, $60 million a year, then he's just a crazy diva. When you look on the other side here, Jalen Hurts against Washington, I think that's a great game for him as well. I know it's divisional, but Washington's defense is booty cheeks. Devon Achane against Cincinnati, I mean, this Miami-Cincy game is going to be huge for Jack and Goff, and also in the other game with Washington Redskins and 12-man blitz, but I digress. So Devon's going up against Jahmyr Gibbs going up against Pittsburgh. Now we saw Devon Achane have a good game against Pittsburgh in terms of fantasy, not so much in terms of football, right? Gibbs, he is a fantastic player, we know this, but can he deliver in a tough matchup like Pittsburgh? I think so. It's going to be more so with PPR value. If anything, Gibbs and Achane, they kind of just cancel each other out. But then you go down to James Cook and Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson's going up against Arizona and James Cook against Cleveland. Now, granted, Cleveland's run defense hasn't really been great the past couple of weeks, but Arizona's defense is giving up like 40 points a game or something ridiculous. And if you, for a second, don't think that Bijan Robinson is going to be at the forefront of that, you're sadly mistaken. Thursday Night Football, so when I'm recording this, JSN, huge game. Unfortunately for him, it's kind of a tough defense. I think he's matchup proof, but if he gets off to a slow start on this Thursday, I think it's going to be incredibly difficult for Jack and Goff to come back on this. Pause. Christian Watson against Chicago, he's probably not going to play, honestly, because he fell pretty bad on that shoulder. I think it's some type of AC joint sprain, and those are kind of a pain tolerance thing, considering Christian Watson is super injury prone. I don't know if he plays or not. T. Higgins, also kind of injury prone with his concussion right now. I believe it's concussion in the concussion protocol. Yes, concussion right here. He was limited on Wednesday. That's a good sign. However, he's had a couple this year already. Nico Collins against Vegas, I think, is going to be a slam dunk matchup for him. Darren Waller against Cincinnati. Cincinnati is the worst defense covering tight ends in the last 20 years, I believe the stat was. And then you got Trey McBride against Atlanta. I honestly believe that these two guys can really, really impact this game. However, Darren Waller right here has Quinn Ewers coming in at quarterback. Rookie quarterbacks, first ever start, who are they going to throw to? They're probably going to check it down to the running back, Devon Achane, and they're probably going to dump it down to Darren Waller. On top of that, Mike McDaniel has a thing for tight ends. It's kind of weird, but he loves getting Darren Waller, and last year was Jonnu Smith, and they love getting them involved. So I can expect Darren Waller to get a lot of production, including, or on top of that, the amazing matchup. And then for the flexes, you got Diggs and ETN versus Harold Fannin and Keenan Allen. Now, here's the big story here. Rashee Rice probably not going to play this week. A, because they just got eliminated. B, because Mahomes has tore his ACL. And C, he's a bitch. D, he has a concussion, quote unquote. I mean, I kind of saw it because we lit his ass up this previous game. Not we, but the Chargers did. Concussion-like symptoms on Monday. Reported him, and probably doesn't play. You know, nothing left to play for anyways, but if I'm him, I'm trying to get every stat I can for that next contract because there's already starting to get some controversy around Rashee Rice's name. For Jack and Goff, sitting DJ Moore, sitting Juwan Johnson, Arande Gadsden, and Jaden Reed. I like those decisions. I think you have the best starting lineup you can have. If T. Higgins were to go down, I think DJ Moore is a slam dunk play if Luther Burden and Rome Odunze are out. As of now, they haven't been practicing, so that's something to monitor. I would say even if T. Higgins is ready to go, DJ Moore still might be a better play, considering that he has nobody else to compete with. T. Higgins not really playing for much. However, Miami's defense is obviously much worse. That's going to be a decision here for Jack and Goff. For the Evil Empire, if Christian Watson doesn't play, then you're going to have to slide up Keenan Allen into this wide receiver 2 spot and then fill in this last flex. Who do you go with here? It's going to have to probably be Stevenson or Estime. I don't trust Estime at all right now, considering the backfield implications of New Orleans. And Ramondre, kind of the same deal because he has Travion Henderson taking over his spot in New England. So it's a really, really interesting matchup between these two guys. I'm super excited to watch it. I think these are the two best teams in the league. So I'm kind of glad that they're fighting off against each other because this is damn near the Super Bowl. This right here is the Super Bowl matchup because I think the winner of this game can take down either Washington Redskins or 12-man blitz. No disrespect at all. So who am I going to pick for this one? Guys, this is a really tough one because so much of me is wanting to go with Jack and Goff. I don't know. I think this is a coin flip, especially if Rashee Rice doesn't play. I mean, if Rashee Rice is out, I'm really, oh my gosh, I don't know. I think of all the stuff that I have talked up about the Evil Empire this year, I don't think I could stomach going up against them right now. This is the scariest team in the league for sure. It has been for the last 6 weeks, 7 weeks. 6 7. It doesn't seem like it's going to stop now, even without Rashid Rice, who hasn't even really been good the last few weeks anyways, and Chris has still put up over 120, 140 plus points. So I'm going to take the Evil Empire to take down Jack and Goff. I think this is going to be a high-scoring affair. I'm going to predict the final score here because why the fuck not? I'm going to say it's about 135 for the Evil Empire to about 122 for Jack and Goff. I think both kind of go under projection, but still a really good game.
And I just finished recording Fact of the Week. Getting into this week's matchup with Chris. T. Higgins is questionable. Practice limited today. Dolphins' offense is going to look a lot different without Tua. I don't know what it's going to look like. I guess we'll find out, but got to roll with those guys. I mean, I can't bench A-Chain. I could bench Waller, but they're still playing Cincinnati. Maybe the young rookie Quinn Ewers will look for the dump off. We'll see. Chris has got a good fucking squad, but someone's gonna have to beat him, or not, or he'll win the fucking championship. But someone's gonna have to beat him, so I hope I can be the one that beats him. Till next week, hopefully. Go Steelers. Ty.
What's going on, fellas? Week 16, round 2 of the playoffs. I can almost taste a championship, but we don't want to get too cocky. We still got a tough opponent in Tony. Got a good squad. Devon Achane, dog. Jason, dog. James Cook, dog, honestly. I mean, he's got a bunch of dogs, for real. I mean, the Tua news, that's great. I mean, that brought a smile from ear to ass. Like, I was really giddy, but who knows? Maybe Ewers is the next Tom Brady. But I think there's a good chance we're going to move on to round 3. I really like my odds. Got some great matchups, some beautiful matchups. But losing Patrick Mahomes kind of sucks, but I think Gardner Minshew might hyper-target Reishi, so that could actually be a plus. Trey McBride, I can't talk about that guy enough. What a player. Thank you, Tyler. Bijan Robinson, certified, dog. Jahmyr Gibbs, we know who he is. I mean, potential to be a Hall of Famer at the end of the year. But Tony's got a good squad, and we're coming into this game with nothing but respect for our opponent. And we don't do that a lot. We really do not. But yeah, it's going to be a fun week. Good luck to rest of the league. I mean, got a bunch of toilet bowl guys now. I hope Jackson loses every single game for the rest of the year. Brock too. Fuck that guy. Yeah, that's all I got. See y'all.
So that means my official prediction for the Super Bowl this year for 2025 is the Evil Empire taking on 12-man Blitz, the 1 and 2 seed. Guys, we're going to finish out this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Tyler Wright is going to be finishing us off, with his lock of the week. We're almost to the end of the season, guys. He's got a couple more to go. So without further ado, guys, here is Ty's locks. Take it away, Tyler Wright, WRI.
What's up, fellas? ¿Dónde hueve? Muchos gracias. ¿Y tú? I'm out here in Mexico. Fucking bullshit. You guys, look at this room. I did not pay for this. This is my aunt. Bitch is crazy. Anyways, give me the over. Chris Tony's matchup. I think it's I do this all the time. I do the math and then I get on this video and I forget. I think it's 268. It was 267.7 something, so give me the over 268. And Tony's gonna win that son of a bitch, you know he is. Go Steelers, baby.